What's going on, guys? Antonio here. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up for me, and let's get into it. All right, so CBS has announced that Chris Noth is out on the Equalizer. It's the Equalizer revival with Queen Latifah. It's in its second season. Looks like it's going to get picked up for a third when the ratings on Sunday nights have been pretty solid. I've been watching the show since the first season. Like I said, you kind of have to suspend disbelief a little bit when you watch it, but it's not a bad show. It's very well written, the production, all that. I definitely recommend it. Like I said, so it's been a regular. I've seen every episode so far, and I liked Chris Noth's character on that show. But let's kind of rewind and recap as to what's going on as far as him, why he's no longer on the show. So about 2 weeks ago, we had the premiere of the reboot of Sex and the City. It's called And Just Like That. And Chris Noth, of course, played Big, who was married to Carrie. You know, they were together on the Sex and the City original show. And then, they got married. They did the two Sex and the City movies. And then, so they decided to do this revival. Originally, from what I was reading, Chris Noth had apparently said he did not want to be part of the show, so he was not coming back for the Sex and the City revival. I guess they worked something out with him because he agreed to come back and let them bump him off. So that's basically what they did. So they brought Chris Noth back. He's back as Big. He does the episode. He's on a Peloton bike. He's watching this video with this trainer who's in Brazil, very attractive young lady. He does the exercise. He has a heart attack. He's trying to get a shower and he like turns the shower on and all of a sudden he feels his chest and he has, drops to the ground. Carrie gets home just in time and he like dies in her arm and she like has a breakdown. I got to be honest, I love the episode. Even though I hated that he died, I love the episode. I thought it was so powerful and everything. I was like, man. And Sarah Jessica Parker's performance was outstanding. And I just thought the two of them together when he was, I got choked up. I was like, oh no, I can't believe it. And I knew he was going because I kept hearing that he didn't want to commit to being the series regular. So I knew he was only going to be on for maybe 1 or 2 episodes at the most. And so even though I expected him to be gone, when it happened, it choked me up. So I got a little emotional on it because I watched Sex and the City came out in 1998 and I loved it. So that's over 20 years that you've been invested with these characters and whatnot. But Chris Noth is, like I said, a regular on the Equalizer show. He plays the mentor to what's her name, Robin, Queen Latifah's character. He was her mentor and trained her in like Black Ops and all this kind of thing. And so he's got kind of a ideal situation because I've heard him say he didn't want to be like a real hard-on series regular on these TV shows. He's got a wife, he's got 2 kids. I think one of his children is only like about 2 or 3 years old. His other one's like 13. He's been married to his wife for like 9 years, but they had their first son and they kept dating and being together, and then they just got married like 9 years ago, and then a couple years ago she just had another little baby. So he doesn't want to be working so much where he's just can't see his family and whatnot. And if you looked at how they used him in the Equalizer, that was a perfect situation. He wasn't in every episode, but and even when he was in episode, he only had like a scene or two. He'd come in, kind of help Queen Latifah save the day. He'd be gone. So that was, if I'm him, I'm like, man, that's great. You get paid a nice check and you just only have to do a couple of scenes or whatever. You're not living on a film set. But like I said, so when he did the Sex and the City thing, a couple things happened because they were in so full on promotion mode. His profile was up because, like I said, he'd been doing the Equalizer show for the last few years and nobody said anything. But when he did the scene with the Peloton thing, they said the Peloton stock prices dropped like 20%. Everybody freaked out. They were like, oh my God, he had to, even though they knew he was alive and it was acting and whatnot, right? And so when that happened, the Peloton people freaked out. surprisingly, they ended up calling him. They hired him to become a spokesperson. They got him and the actress that was the instructor on the episode to do a commercial, and they hired Ryan Reynolds to do a voiceover, and it worked. They ran the commercial, and everybody's like, "Oh man, that's so funny!" After seeing the episode, and they played off what happened in the episode on that kind of got the prices to drop. So people loved it. Millions of people saw the commercial. Like I said, Ryan Reynolds is a big star in the whole deal. So it worked out, right? But what also happened is you started getting a few actresses that apparently Chris Noth had worked with on, I know, on Law and Order and some other shows that he had been on. They started coming forward with certain allegations. He had done, we worked together. The first woman said that, they were working together in, I think it was on Law and Order Criminal Intent. They were working together in 2004. And she says that Chris Noth did something to her. And bam. Okay. So that happened. And then you flash forward to 2015. And another woman has come forward and said, yeah, we were working together on something and he did this to me. Boom. Okay. And there was a third woman that doubled down with the second woman, I guess, with Chris Noth. He was frequenting certain nightclubs in New York. I think he had actually ran or was a partner in a nightclub or whatever. And she was saying, oh, yeah, he would come to the club and this would happen or whatever. So certain things were starting to get put out there. Okay. You saw Sarah Jessica Parker and the two other young ladies that are part of the Sex and the City revival. They put out a joint statement, basically kind of threw him under the bus there. CBS did not wait. They didn't even, there was no, hey, we're going to investigate and look into the thing. They just came out, the other day and they were just like, look, he's gone. He's not coming back. They let the cast and crew know, and he's done. There's an article that dropped on page 6. His wife was out walking around in New York. She apparently has taken her wedding ring off, which that's kind of sad. I hope because Chris Noth has put out a statement saying that all the accusations, everything that's coming out, he's of course denying everything, strongly denying. He's denied it multiple times, but what's done is done. I hate to see that he's losing a job because of this. First of all, and that's not me taking his side or taking someone else's side. I'm just saying I keep saying this about all these accusations when people come forward. Because one thing, when I read that statement from Sarah Jessica Parker and the other two young ladies, they were like, it's so brave when a woman steps forward and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, what if he's innocent? I mean, that's just me asking. It's not taking the side. But I also want to say that the first accuser said her incident happened in 2004. And she didn't say anything until just, a few weeks ago or whatever. So the thing is, I have to ask, and not blaming anyone or whatever, but if something happened then, you need to say something when it happens. Don't wait 17, 18, 19 years. Don't wait that long, because basically all you did was, okay, you say he did something to you, you didn't say anything, and then he just went on and kept having his career. And then, so that led to the incident the alleged incident in 2015. So if you don't say anything, that's you kind of, I kind of had that same kind of gripe in some of the Harvey Weinstein accusations, where some of these women, they say, oh, he did this to me, but he gave me work. So it was like, Harvey would apparently do something horrible to you, and then you'd be in these high profile movies and stuff. So it's just like, I don't I don't want to say something because he's in a position where he can hurt my career if I actually come forward and speak up. And we heard that with Weinstein. And so you hear that with some of these women as well. You know, they're kind of afraid that if they actually come forward and say, hey, Chris Noth did this to me while we were, you know, between scenes or whatever, he tried to do this or whatever. If you don't speak up, then he just gets to, you know, go forward with his career. Again, he's saying he's completely innocent. He doesn't know why these accusations are coming up. I hope the thing with his wife and everything, I hope that works out. But like I said, he's out at the Equalizer. They already bumped him off on the Sex and the City show. So do you watch any of this? What are your thoughts on that? Get in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. I'm out. PlaceTheBets.com, guys. Are you tired of crapping out on sites like Fanduel and Draftkings? Go to PlaceTheBets.com. Set your fantasy lineup. Baseball, football, basketball, hockey. They got them all. They'll set your lineup. 30 days is only $1. You can go, you can sign up right now. That 30 days is only $1. PlaceTheBets.com and get that Skrilla. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and please check out my podcast at anchor.fm/AkariPress, or just type in Akari Press on your favorite streaming platform today.